Hello everyone. Welcome to my video. Shay's Creations here, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm going to give you a little bit of heads up before you continue this video. It is going to be on a few topics, but it's mainly going to be about toilet paper. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about today. Electricity, finances, basically. That'll give you enough to know whether or not you should skedaddle out the exit door to the left. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay, now, I'm sitting here having a so-so day, by the way, but I felt I needed to say something because sometimes I think I'm a little too nervous or something like that. But I had a really bad situation today, but not about toilet paper. But I'm gonna tell you anyway. Let's start with the lights. Let's start with the electricity. Coral, if you go there, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna get you. I already know what I did. I know what I did. Okay. Now just say you're in someone's home and you don't take notice because it's something you do in your own home. You're flipping the lights. You're walking into just flipping the lights and flipping the lights. Now, I took an electricity course when I was living in a homeless shelter. Basically, the man said if you are using the light on a regular basis, it's best to keep it on because it's going to generate more each time you flip it. But he also said if you have it off, regardless of how much you're using it, you're not paying for when it's off. So I, on the other hand, basically am alone, so I tend to keep it off. I For a few days I've had a visit here there, and I had taken notice to something that was alarming to me because I'm alone so often that it just hit me. Uh, the bathroom light went pop 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 pop, pop on a regular, so I'm like, now I did notice a little spike in my electricity. So I knew it was obviously because I'm not here alone like I used to be. Still pretty much alone, but you know what I'm saying. So then yesterday my daughter stopped by, and it was about three, four people in this house yesterday, and both bathroom lights were just, and it didn't even dawn on me. It didn't dawn on me at the time of none of that until today, and then I'm like, but what was a blessing was that this house was full of love and just happiness yesterday. So it was nothing for anyone, especially someone who's nickel and diming every damn thing, to take notice of. But then I was in the bathroom wiping out the bathroom sink, and I saw basically a roll of toilet paper in the garbage can. I just changed the garbage, emptied the garbage bag, so of course you knew I was able to notice it. And then I'm like, now toilet paper is not something that I have to buy often. I mean, I probably could buy it once a year, and it that hit me hard. That hit me hard. I have a very hard time with one-time use items that will just generate trash. I'm not one of those whatever you call it. I'm not there. I'm not there, and I never will be. But I have a hard time seeing, just waste of paper like that, especially since I mainly use rags that I wash and reuse. So that I might say. So I figured out a way to help those who have zero regard about someone else's finances when it comes to putting those supplies in their home. If you learn to respect your money, you'll learn to respect someone else's. And in case that doesn't sound proper, if you learn in your own home how to respect your finances, then you'll learn in someone else's home how to respect their finances. I was reading today in one of the groups that someone is so stressed out she's thinking about giving up her apartment, and she's going to basically live at her job or her office at her job. In her office, she's going to sneak in her office at her job. So I'm sitting here saying to myself, now you know I did not comment, of course. I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, maybe did I comment? Well, that doesn't matter. I'm thinking, okay, you got a job, you got a place to live, you're struggling, trying to make ends meet, but you are making them. Because clearly it was stated that the bills are paid, but the cycle of just work and pay is getting too much. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, say if you were in your home and you said, okay, I'm going to try to use some recyclables so that I don't have to continuously throw this down the drain. And then the money that you didn't use to buy, say, the toilet paper, you put it in a jar, an envelope, it doesn't matter. And next thing you know, you kept doing that and you're noticing the amount of money that you save. Well, that's what I did. That's what I did at the very beginning. I put my toilet paper money aside, and it didn't take long, but the 20 went from 20 on up. And then the good thing was something major happened, and I had the money to pay it. Now, I feel kind of bad on the other hand because I'm going to have to speak to someone about the toilet paper because I believe it's just a, a, a situation where it's always accessible. So it's never, but if it's not something that you have to worry about, you tend not to notice when other people have to worry about things like that. So when I say respect your money, when you pay your bills at home, it will help you generate generosity and kindness towards someone else's. You may not necessarily see that you need a light, when you walk into the bathroom. Now, the good thing for me is I have a night light in both of my bathrooms, and I have a night light in every room in this home. And one of the night lights is right here in this socket. Is the Victor Mouse thing. I have night lights, so I can turn on one light and walk through the whole entire place, without turning the light on because I can actually see something. It has helped me tremendously. But all year, I knew the summertime was going to come again, and I had to make sure that my light bill was cushioned just because I want to be able to have my air on. And then I realized this morning that I may not be financially able to have my ear on the way I would like to have my ear on. So what I'm going to do from the beginning of the time when the ear has to come on, I'm going to try to respect my finances a little bit more, which means maybe those really hot days I'll take a ride to pick up my needs at say the Dollar Tree and browse the store a little bit, get in my steps and knock out a few chores while I'm outside. I won't be outside when it's all them 80s, and instead I won't be outside then. I'll be in here. But it is so hard now seeing what is going on in society as far as disasters and everything that's going on. So I have to take a step and put my foot down and make some changes for myself. I won't be trying to make changes for other people, nor will I be basically interfering in other people's lives. I realize that maybe sometimes offering help is not good when the person really doesn't want to help and then they don't want to tell you they don't want to help. So when you love someone and you see things like that, you just back away and you let everybody handle what they have to handle. And finances in someone's home at this time is everyone's responsibility and everybody's problem because everyone is going through the same thing. Some people are going through worse than what others are, but if we take a little empathy and realize that we are all living in this world together, we all have to sacrifice, we all have to do something. Just find some way to help someone in any way you can. Now, I already said, if I run out of toilet paper, I may never buy toilet paper again. If that means I have no one here, then hey, no one be here. I gotta protect me at the end of the day. But what I am going to do, if I do luck up on an extra $5-6, I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and just start picking up those 8-9 roll toilet papers because I never know when even just say my daughter come here and need toilet paper, but she won't. But you understand what I'm saying. A kindness gift, could be anything, and I prefer a kindness gift and something that I need. I was in here today doing my cards, and I showed the little boy my new envelopes. I said, "Look how many envelopes I got," and he was like, "Wow, that's cool." And I'm like, "Yes, yes, it is." So there goes that. But please be mindful with flipping them lights on. Be mindful of just pulling because it's there. Just be mindful. If you have to hold the rolls, in a bag, and count them up every month, and then figure out how much toilet paper, or just buy one thing of toilet paper and say, okay, this toilet paper is going to last me 2 3 months. And if it doesn't, find an alternate route to go. One of the things I have that I absolutely enjoy doing is prevention, what I call prevention. Now, I went to a wholesaler at one point, and this was maybe about a good 6 years ago. I went to a wholesaler and I got a humongous amount of stock, and this was for me to grind with. But basically, in that opportunity, I made sure I got what I could use for myself. So I got a case of rags, towels that have hooks on them. So I have about maybe 12 of those towels hanging in my kitchen, right by some by the refrigerator, and then some on the actual refrigerator. And then in both my bathrooms, I have more than seven, maybe 5 6 7 8 towels hanging there, and I wash my towels just about every day. Whatever gets used goes into the basket. I've heard people say that vinegar would tear up your washing machine. Well, if vinegar tears up my washing machine, I'm buying another one. I use a lot of vinegar in my laundry. I have a big 20 I think it's 20-pound bag of washing powder. I have that, and then I have someone who blesses me a few times with little laundry goods, and then I have a cash back offer sometimes where I can get laundry detergent for free. So far, I have a hustle and grind for that. If I don't get the laundry detergent, I can get the dish detergent. But when I go to the Dollar Tree and I see the the or oxygen one with the bubbles on the bottle, I know that's the one that gives you the bubbles and gives you the 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 Dawn type of washing of dishes. So I tend to get that, and to be honest, only one store around this whole 5 stores I can go to, only one sells that one sofa, but I can never find it online. If I was able to find it online, I would definitely have a few cases already dropped to the store, and I would just go pick them up. But I don't have access to that. And now that I said that, I'm going to be ending with that. So I'm going to now tell you something about my greeting card. So the reason why I'm giving you this little bit of information is because if you want to skedaddle out the left side door, now will be the time to do it. But I'm going to tell you something, and please, somebody tell me you understand what I'm telling you. Okay, this lady told me a few years ago, she said, you should not be doing your cards on YouTube. And I didn't understand why. And then she said, you have a niche already. And I didn't know what a niche was. And I was kind of horrified. And I actually shed tears because I knew she was giving me a compliment, because she said she had been in the business for 25 years and how much money she makes and where she sells to and with stores and everything. But she said in the 25 years she's been doing cards, she has never seen someone who has a niche that I have. And I knew she gave me a compliment, but because she didn't tell me what, I didn't understand. And because I was fresh in the game, I didn't know how to ask. And I always knew any question you had to ask was not a stupid question, because that's the only way you're going to learn. And learning is a plus, period, any way you look at it. So for so long, I tried to figure out what she meant. But boys and girls, I kid you not. And I'm not trying to make this religious, but I'm going to have to tell you the truth. I was laying in my bed and I had a panic attack because the little boy landed into the table in the living room, and the glass went up. And when I heard the glass in the table, I just lost it, and I didn't even know if he was cut, but I was gone. I was gone, and I was gone. But I'm gonna change my subject now to get my mind, because I'm about to cry. Anyway, I got in my bed and I started talking to God, and I'm just having a nice little conversation and just thinking, and I kept on saying, I don't want to change anything that I'm doing, but I got to figure it out, because something is not working for me when it comes to my cards. And then I realized everything is working for me that's dealing with my cards. It was never about money for me. And then I was laying there in my bed under my covers, and I kept saying to myself, something is right in front of me that was always in front of me. And boys and girls, if I don't know my niche, I have had my niche from the very beginning. And I am so thankful. Oh, when I tell you, I was in the bed and something struck right across my eyes, and my niece was right in front of me. And I have no idea how I could be speaking about something and didn't even know what it was. And then I'm sitting here like, I've had it from day one. From day one. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm just praying and I'm thankful, full of gratitude, everything. But at that moment, someone asked me what my niche was. I heard someone ask me, but it's a familiar voice. It wasn't a voice that I didn't know. And it was a female voice. And I wouldn't tell them because they already know. And I don't want to tell anyone because they already know. Anyone who knows me knows my niche. And I'm like, oh! And I'm so happy. And I'm so happy. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, wait a minute. And now that I absolutely know my niche, it was funny. It was funny in a good way because I sat here. I sat here this morning making all of these cards, but I have a whole stack over there. And then on top of that, I mastered a way to make it easier for me to stand up, no tools in my hands, just my glue stick. And I'm like, and I'm doing all of these cards, and I've been doing cards since yesterday morning, all day, different cards. So then I'm sitting here like, my niche was right in front of me all the time. But now I'm going to show you something. I worked really hard. These cards may look just basic cards that you could go pick up in the shop, and if that's what you see, that's what you see. That's fine by me. You know I'm going to love you regardless. But I worked really hard. But matter of fact, let me knock out two birds with one stone. I worked on both of these cards. It took me a while, and I had to get everything in its right and proper place. Now, I need to see if you can see. Okay, I think you can see. I don't know if my hand is in front of anything. But if you look at these cards, you will see that my niche is right on the front of both of these cards. So, now, just in case you wasn't able to read it, this one says, you're worthy of anything you desire. And this card came to me because I'm in a lot of groups, and I see a lot of people who say they love themselves, they feel good about themselves, but they're holding on to relationships that are not good. And number one, just to give you an example, I'm going to try to stay on task. This one woman said, her husband didn't come home all night, and he has cheated in the past, and what should she do? You don't need anyone to tell you what to do. You already know what to do. So, and it's blank on the inside. So that's that one there. And I'm only showing you these two cards. I'm not going to show you any more. And this one here says a little sparkle just for you. The card actually has glitter on the flowers, but there's going to be a pair of earrings on the inside. You're a special lady. Don't forget that. And that right there is a self-worth inspirational sentiment. So and just so you know, and I'm not looking for you to buy no card. Don't worry about that. I was able to make it my desired weight, so I have everything I wanted. So I sat here today and I realized something. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I already know what my niche is now. I have no more worries on that one, and no, I'm not going to verbally tell anyone what my niche is. Everyone who knows me knows my niche. I did click into somebody's group today, not a group, but they had this thing on Facebook, what not to do, because basically it's the truth. People liking your your post is not getting you anywhere. People seeing your post is not getting you anywhere unless your post is actually shared, and unless someone clicks to buy. All of that amounts to a waste, because no matter what, if you're not sharing to your customers, to the people who are interested in what you have, the person who is just liking just to like is wasting their time, and they're wasting yours, because those don't equal sales unless someone pushes the word cash out payment and the paper screen so changes. So it is what it is. So in kindness, I'm going to get myself together, which is going to take me a couple of months. I would say hopefully I'll be finished with at least one loan before October is what I'm hoping for. But I'm going to start venturing off to buy from work at home, mom's handmade and those type of things. But I'm going to use them for gifts, and most likely gifts to strangers, because I don't know anyone personally, outside maybe one or two people around me that really values handmade. I actually went in someone's home recently, and I, I went into someone's home that I had not been into for a number of years. And the first thing I noticed when I walked in, amongst a few things that could have not been there to scare me because I felt like something might run across my ankles, was my greeting card. Right? Prompt up in kindness. So I love it. So I am happy, boys and girls. I'm happy. Mm-mm. I'm very happy. So, but nothing's gonna make me happier than getting my daggone teeth next week, because I'm tired of seeing this missing space. I done seen it all up in this video at least 2 to 3 times, and it doesn't matter. I love myself, boys and girls. I love myself. I'm already bald, so please don't feel no way about me. I'm going to end this video now. I have 2 videos I did already, and they're unlisted because I didn't put any words on them. And I'm going to most likely unlist this one until I get the words on this one. But I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Today is Sunday, and I am truly blessed, because I realized in the moment of praying what my niche is, and it is wonderful to know. And I cannot even tell you how happy I am, and I mean no disrespect. I don't need anyone to ask me, because anyone who knows me already knows. I don't know how it took me as long as it took me, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for chiming in, and please watch those nickels and dimes. It is the 16th of the month, which means you need to be doing your budget. Let's not fail each other. Make sure whatever extra you have, take a little gravy for yourself. Pay a little extra on something you know that's coming up, and that means towards next month's rent, your landlord was going to be more lenient with you, knowing that you tried to give more gravy while you could. Just, you don't know what that person is trying to do. Maybe the ceiling need replacing. Maybe she wanted to paint your apartment. She got to take care of her mortgage first, and don't get in the mindset of feeling like paying for somebody else's mortgage. I learned a long time ago, honey, a house doesn't earn you money unless you're renting it out. But if you living in this house and you think you can have it all, unless you can secure yourself from never losing it to a bank. Do you really own that house? So you might realize the blessing it is to pay your rent and have your super come in and fix a few things. And I'm the type of person, I don't mind doing a little fixing up on my own. It gives me something to do, so I don't have a problem. I'm not one of those tenants where the landlord's gonna fix this, that motherfucker. I don't have that type of mentality. I was in here just yesterday. Wow, look at that nice looking wall. Wow. I did some plastering over there, but I can't believe it came out so nice. Well, anyway, thank you so much. Bye bye.